Hello and welcome, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us on this Tuesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And with us from the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. And it's Musa and it's Tuba.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. From outside the arc, hits the three-point bomb.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And so here's the home team. It's a 5-point game. Shoots the three. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Campazzo. Here's Musa. The three. No good that time. And they're on the break. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Hands it from downtown. Musa's got 6.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Giffey. They get it again. Bangs home the trifecta.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Pass to Deck. From 18 feet away. And the shot falls short this time. And there's the turnover. Pass going out of bounds.
That pass wandered off target. Can't lose focus on the little bitty things.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. This one for 3. And Garuba pulls it down.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
To the paint. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. They set the screen. That gives them the lead. He has 6.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Here's Musa. 6 points for him. Pass to Deck. Here's Musa. Pocket 6. Misses the J after tricking the D with the nifty pass fake. Here's De Silva. From outside, off the mark. Fires away from outside. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Good work there as it goes.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's Musa. Over to the wing. Here's Garuba. No good there off the double clutch.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard.
Okay, now I think he's starting to get in his own head right now. Maybe he's overthinking things a little bit, and as a result, he's just been off.
Drains the three-pointer.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Here's Campazzo. Here he goes. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Campazzo's got his second basket of the game. Just 4 seconds left in the first quarter. Next shot is good. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. They're up by 2, and we'll be back. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. Guys, what's your take on the... home team so far?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
Lets it go from deep. A rebound by Hazanya. Takes a 3. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Hazanya defending. From the arc. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Here's Huey. There's the 3. Knocks down the 3-ball. Huey's got his first 3 points of the game.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Drills it from outside.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Here's Hazanya. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Just 5 to shoot. And the dunk by Booker.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
There's a good screen. Nailed from three-point land. He's got 9.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
And they get it. And it's good on the way in.
And there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Takes the 3. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight. To the left side wing. Here's Hazanya. No good from outside.
This is hard to watch. You might want to put the kids to bed. This man still has not hit a shot this quarter.
The 3. That shot off. Pasko for 3. A second chance effort. And there it is for him.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And the 3 off target. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Count the basket. And he jammed it with authority.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
1:16 left in the first half of the game. From downtown, the rebound by Ibaka.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Screen by Ibaka. That ties it up. He has 5.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Booker is screen on Ibaka. Out left to the wing. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Keep riding that hot hand. He's been pretty much unstoppable.
Hazonia on the wing. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And the 3 ball is good.
The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
Here's Huey, defended by Booker. Here's Huey. He has 6. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Hazonia. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And that does it for the first half of play. Up by 6. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Hold on, I just got an alert on my phone. Ooh, half off bowling after the game tonight. Who's in? Turning back now to our game, lots of positives in that first half for the home team.
I like what they're doing.
And that about wraps it.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Hazonia's gone just 1 for 7 shooting tonight. Lucic. Here's De Silva. 5 to shoot. Giffey. It's good from about 19 feet. Here's Campazzo. And it's Musa in at the 2-guard. Lots of room. That one doesn't go. Good on the triple. He's got 8. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. From deep. Drops in the tray.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Cuts off the pass. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Pass to De Silva. 3-pointer. Rebound by Tabares.
Good job by the D to stay with him and make that a tough 3.
Here's Musa. 9 points in the game so far. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. De Silva's got 7 points.
They continue to be outworked and outmuscled on the backboard.
Musa passes to Garuba. There's the triple. Sinks the triple.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, improving dialogue between players and officials is a priority. Commissioner Silver says, now with high-fidelity audio, we're all able to hear a lot of what's being said. Now we have to take into account the high-stress environment. But there has to be a two-way sense of respect. I feel it's an area where we can make progress. Kevin?
You know, the commissioner's always looking ahead and looking at every area, which is great for the game. There's the pick. Here's Musa. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Musa's got 8 here in the quarter.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Off the inbound. Pass to De Silva. Giffey gets the three-pointer to fall. He's got 17.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
A 3-ball. That shot missing.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Rebound by Tavares. And they're running. Goes up. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. 1:11 left in the third quarter of the game. And they've had a tough time scoring in the half court.
Credit the defense for making it hard on them. They've done a great job of disrupting the timing and spacing of their offense.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
They set the pick. Musa drills the three-pointer. Musa's got 17 now.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Lucic trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Deck. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Here's Campazzo. Here's Musa. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
And he has been on fire this quarter in terms of his scoring. Hopefully, that fire spreads to his other guys and they can rally.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's Campazzo. 6 points for him. There's the screen. Here's Musa. Here's Tavares. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Hits it from three-point range. He's got 15. It'll count. He's off on that one. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Up by 9. And time to step aside quickly. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Lets it go. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Launches it. The shot, no good.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
Back to Hezonja. Here's Huey. And it's off from three-point range. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And stolen by Hazonia.
Good instincts to read the path and get in a position to pick it off.
Personal foul. First team foul.
60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Driving to the basket and finish off by Hazonia.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Took the opportunity when he saw it.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this win.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Lets it go with a three. Connects from three-point range. 20 points for him.
And he got loose from the three-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second. And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
To the right side. That three off the mark. Here's Huey. Three-pointer. That shot, no good.
Away team foul. Hazonia. First personal foul. Second team foul.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's the three. 8 for 15 with that made basket, but he's not satisfied yet.
Goodness, this man is ripping three after three. An incredible display of shooting.
Ibaka, no luck.
Locking the arc down. Defense knows it's on them to scare off those shots.
From past the arc. Good on the three-point shot.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Trying to add a few more points to their lead.
And they should just stay with what they've been doing.
Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Booker. For three. The rebound by Ibaka. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Carries it from three-point range.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Jacks up a three. They grab their own miss. Kicks it out to Booker. Drains it from beyond the arc.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Puts up a deep three. That shot, no good. Huey's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. From deep three-point territory. Puts up a deep three. Clock at 4. They turn it over.
Away team ball.
Fires for three. The shot, no good. 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Six to shoot. From deep three-point territory. Defended by Ibaka. fires from way outside. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability.
everyone, and welcome to the NBA on Thursday night. We're bringing it to you live here on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Nico Melli. He's out there with Boban Marjanovic. And it's Beberovic in at the 2. To the wing on the left. Puts up a 3. And he buries his first look.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Hits the trifecta.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
First quarter of play, a minute in. Connects from downtown. He has 6.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Here's Baldwin. Takes it inside, and he goes in for the dunk.
And in traffic, he uses the reverse to keep the shot blocker at bay.
What an incredible move. Not everyone has that kind of skill.
No, that was outstanding, guys. And this is how you want to start the ball game. 4 for 4 from the field. Seems like they're right on point and can't miss.
Screen by Marjanovic. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Baldwin's got 5.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Pass to De Silva. There's a screen. Puts it up. And it won't go. His first miss. He's 2 of 3 now.
4 of 5 to start the game. That's their first miss.
Here's Marjanovic. Out to the right wing. Here's Melli. Drills it from deep.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Offensive board. Offline with a 3. Here's Baberovic. Fires the three, and it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
To the left side wing. They need this. Drops in the three. He's got 9. 1:49 left in the first quarter of the game. Out to the right wing. Screen by Marjanovic. Pass to Baldwin. Here's Melli. Shot clock at 6. 4-3. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now. .119 left to play in the first quarter. From outside the arc. Melli with a rebound.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
Tries the spin move. There's the steal. And they're running. Let's go with a 3. De Silva with the bucket.
And it's energy like that on both ends of the floor that's got them out ahead.
Pass to Baberovic. Screen by Marjanovic. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Shoots. To the right side. 6 on the shot clock. The 3 ball.
Ball is turned over. Away team ball. Substitution on the court.
.15 seconds left in the first quarter. Puts up a deep 3. No good. He got it up. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. Offense is coming free and easy as we wrap up the first. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, it's simple. I mean, they started off strong, and they've been hot from beyond the arc since the get-go.
Well, the player and ball movement has been excellent. Finding space, operating in space, and when they've gotten open shots, they've knocked them down.
From the arc. And the ball goes out of play, unable to keep it in. And with almost all of the season in the books, the power rankings can tell you a lot. The good news is they're trending in the right direction, still right in the middle of the pack.
You know, right now for the visiting team, they have a game plan, and they followed it accordingly. That's why they're in the position they are now, a fantastic team that plays so well together.
And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. He has 6.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Shoots. Nice open look, but it's no good.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
And that one's good.
And you know, in this quarter, they've really brought up their shooting percentage.
Anytime your field goal percentage is in the high 50s, partner, you're doing something right.
Counted from distance.
After having none in the first, he gets 2 3-point shots to go here.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. There's a screen. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finding his offense.
From deep 3-point land. And he misses. Only 2 for 6.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
All sorts of time. They grab their own miss.
and the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
Pass to Guduric. Three-pointer. And here's Hayes. Tries again. That one falls. Hayes has got his first 2 points of the night.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
From deep. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Yeah, just hasn't been able to find his rhythm offensively, and that's having a ripple effect.
There's the triple. Fires the 3. Three-pointer. It's Hayes with the rebound. 1:46 left to play in the first half. Pass to Guduric. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2. 1:25 left in the first half of basketball. Outside Booker. Fires from deep. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Here's Guduric. Over to the left wing. That 3's off the mark. Fires away from way outside. The long distance 3 is buried. Give him 20.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
And one move ahead of the defense, a solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done. Did he?
Oh, yeah!
My! He did!
What an incredible shot.
Wow!
Yes, indeedy.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Hayes. And the shot no good. A bit short.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
That one from long range.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
Sinks the tray. He's got 5.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
That'll do it for the first half. Up by 15. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
29.
Hello, everybody. Maybe a bit of a surprise in this one, but what a fantastic first half we witnessed.
They're really hitting the boards, making a major effort. That's a big reason why they're up.
Well, as the rebounding expert.
Fellas, what do you say we take a look now at... And that's a wrap on.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. There's a screen. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
First team foul.
The first one falls.
At the line for your home team, 0.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Baldwin. Boban Marjanovic out there with Nico Melli. And it's Biberovic in at the 2. Beyond the arc. Baldwin's shot is good. Baldwin's got 8.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, It is something to behold.
Baldwin's got 3 of his 4 shots to fall, hitting 75% from deep three-point range. The shot comes out, and here comes the break. Lets it go from deep, knocks down the triple.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Out left to the wing. The 3 hits a three-pointer. 14 points for him.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Here's Baberovic. He's got 6. No good off the glass.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
Out to the wing from behind the arc, and the three-pointer goes.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
Oh, I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now.
I agree. I mean, now's when they need a spark the most.
Just hasn't found much consistency from the floor, but his teammates have picked up the slack.
No good with the triple. And at this point, they're loving this big lead.
Absolutely. And they haven't really faced a lot of resistance.
Here's De Silva. He drops it from range. De Silva's got 6.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Baberovic has gone 2 for 6 from the floor so far. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, drawing charges is an art. The Warriors' Brandon Podziemski led the league last season, and he said, I'm not going to jump with anybody at the rim and block them. This is another form of rim protection. And Brian, while some have labeled them dangerous and called for charges to be taken out of the game, they remain a winning play.
Yeah, that's a good point, Allie. Thanks. Puts one up from 19. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. From deep, Baldwin with a rebound.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
Here's Baberovic. And a miss there on the triple.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
Fires for 3. Drains the triple. He has 6.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Baldwin, the pass to Marjanovic.
And not often we get treated to a solo alley-oop.
Takes precision timing for sure.
Tell you what, the coach's heart was in his throat, and he was in shock and awe. But now he's got a big smile on his face.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Pass to Marjanovic.
Third team foul. Number 7. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Screen by Marjanovic. Baldwin's shot is off. And it's been tough going for their half-court offense.
Yeah, this defense is in their heads, anticipating their every move.
Great look, but off the mark. Lets the 3 fly. He buries it from 3. Launches it. Nails it from beyond the arc. He has 29 now.
Boy, he's playing out of his head, nailing everything. And the defense is scrambling to try to stop him right now, and so far, no go.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened.
Away team ball.
The visitors with the ball. It's a 14-point game. There's a screen by Birch. Off the mark there with a three.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Fires in the triple.
He's carried much of the scoring load tonight, and with the win in reach, don't expect him to let up.
From deep three-point land. He's off on that one.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
The three-pointer off the mark. To the left wing. Here's Goodrich. No good on the three. They've got a commanding lead.
It just seems like everything is going their way.
There's the three. Knocks it down from distance.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him three.
For three. Offensive rebound. Takes the three. Rebounded by Birch.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Had the space there, but it's offline. They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here. And they've been pretty meticulous offensively. That's only their second turnover of the game.
Yeah, I like what they're doing here, and that's really what it's all about. When you don't beat yourself, you become hard to beat.
Pass to Goodrich. Spins. Fires from the wing. Chalk up two there.
You don't expect him to bust out the spin move, but I think that adds an element of surprise to his attack.
Buries it from three. He's got 38.
And you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
He puts up a three. On target from range.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Not himself from range right now, but the only way out of this funk is to keep trying.
1:44 left to play in the fourth quarter. Pass to Birch. Just 5 on the clock. Gets a very good look and converts. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
Those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Fires from way outside. Rebounded by Birch. Birch has got 5 rebounds tonight. There's a minute 12 left in the final quarter. Goodrich can't hit. No need to rush here. Take your time.
Take your time. This is where you can reset and try to get a good shot.
Pass to Hayes. 46 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Off target from outside. On the break. The three. And he can't get that one. The three is up. Knocks down the long J. Boy, they're in a rough patch right now.
Yeah, momentum is definitely not on their side.
Fires away from way outside. Missed it. And so they get the victory here at home. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yeah, so true. They put on a show.
Live coverage of the NBA here on 2K Sports. A happy Sunday evening to you and yours. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Baldwin, Olsen out there with Marjanovic. And it's Biberovic in at the 2.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open. Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Here's Garuba. Tavares passes to Musa. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Here's Melly. They get it back. Puts up a 3. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Here's Musa. Misses the 3. Here's Biberovic. Pass to Baldwin. Here's Biberovic. 6 on the shot clock. Beyond the arc. Rebound by Tavares. And here's the fast break. Here's Musa. A three-pointer is right on target. Musa's got 6.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
Here's Melly. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. It's good from long range. Garuba's got his second basket.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Tipped away. Here's Musa. 6 points for him. Pass to Garuba. Out to the right wing. Here's Campazzo. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Colson passes to Baldwin. Here's Colson. They need this one. Rebound by Tavares. Pass to Campazzo.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Musa. Hits the jumper in space. He's got 8.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Here's Baldwin going inside.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. It's a 9-point spread. 1:36 left here in the opening quarter. Pass to Musa. Fires from the wing. Here's Tavares. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Pass to Musa. Launches a 3. And it's Melly with the rebound.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Colson passes to Baldwin. Here's Biberovic. Fires the 3. Rebound by Tavares. Tavares has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. For the 3. Musa can't hit.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Pass to Campazzo. Fires the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Musa's got 11.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
Well, a lot of importance placed on outside shooting, and tonight you can see why after that kind of quarter, exploding from the perimeter.
3 points.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Up by 8, and the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Just stretching out the floor that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens.
Pass to Gutteridge. And it falls over the rim and in. Gutteridge has got his first points of the night. Here's Huey. The tray. Buries the long-range jumper.
You know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to D him up.
Here's Gutteridge. To the inside. Hayes the pass to Gutteridge. Back to Hayes. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Hayes has got himself on the board with 3 there. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's Huey. Ibaka outside. Shoots. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. To the middle, and here they come.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
And this really is the story of the game. They've been outstanding from beyond the arc, especially in the second quarter.
Here's Gutteridge. It's Hayes, top of the key. There's a screen. Oh, good on the triple.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot, just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
Pass to Gutteridge. Inside. Lets the three fly. A rebound by Hazanya. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Connects from three-point range.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
And what was that about? Not a good shot right there. Out to the right wing. Fires from deep. Buries it from three-point range. He's got 6.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
A nice shot by Gutteridge.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Good on the three-point shot.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Here's Hayes. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
One-on-one here. Takes the 3. Hands it from downtown.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
Ibaka, no luck. Ibaka's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Fires for 3. The rebound by Ibaka. 59 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Huey. Off target from three-point range. to the wing right side. Here's the screen. Got a hand on it. And here comes the break. Here's Azania. Traps in the tray. Azania's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Down low, it's stolen by Ibaka. One-on-one fast break. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Fires the 3. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Right wing. Back to Hayes. Shoots the 3. That shot is off.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. 24. Up by 16. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Well, I think for the home team, I don't look at win-loss records at this point. I want to see improvement from game to game.
I wish. And going back now to that first half, you could say things are going extremely well for the home team. Thanks for joining us. Now,
and there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And it's Campazzo in at the point. Here's Baldwin. Oh, good with the triple.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
They've got Marjanovic. Olsen out there with Baldwin. And it's Biberovic in at shooting guard. Hits the 3.5.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Hits it from three-point range. Musa's got 17 now.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Here's Baldwin. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Pass to Garuba. Puts up a 3. Nailed from three-point land. 9 points in the game so far.
And really the story of this second half. One team getting the shots they want. The other, not so much.
This team did something at halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
Here's Campazzo. Hasn't made one yet. Musa with the bucket.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Marjanovic kicks to Baldwin. The 3. Rebound by Tabares. Tabares has got 8 rebounds in this game. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's Garuba. A rebound by Marjanovic.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Musa. He's got 20 from deep three-point land. A rebound by Marjanovic. Guys, if they're going to make a run, no time like the present.
Yeah, and it's certainly, we had to expect a better game than this. Been very ugly thus far.
A nice shot by Baldwin.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Here's Musa. Offensive rebound. They swipe it. Here's Baldwin. Off target from outside.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here.
2 minutes.
They set the pick.
2 minutes.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rebound by Tabares. Tavares has got 9 rebounds now tonight.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Here's Biberovic. He's got 12.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, every time the shot goes up, guys are doing a nice job of finding bodies and making sure there's room to collect the rebound.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Sinks the three-pointer. Biberovic has got 15 points.
One of the ways to get a great look from the three-point line is when you're on a fast break. The defense simply lost him.
He takes it in. Campazzo, the pass to Garuba. Here's Musa. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, I can settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
Here's Baldwin. He's got 8. Here's Biberovic. The three-pointer, no good.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Musa with the bucket.
And until he cools off, I'd keep the ball in his hand.
Now, here's Marjanovic. Nothing on the board. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Coulson. Jams it in off the great move.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
Here's Campazzo. Musa drains it from beyond the arc. Musa's got 28 points for the game.
And you can see he's found his rhythm here in the third quarter. You can just sense the uptick in confidence. Everything he puts up from long range seems to be going.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Here's Gutterich, offline with his 3.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Ibaka's gone 2 for 5 tonight. Pass to Hayes. There's the triple. A rebound by Hazanya. Hayes has got only one of his 3s to drop for him. He's got 5 attempts. Here's Huey. Bangs home the trifecta.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Some players, Brent, have claimed entertainment is emphasized over competition. What do you think?
Well, I think there's a great balance, and the league does a great job of promoting its stars. But at the end of the day, Kevin, trust me, guys who are out here have a love for the game, a passion for the competition, and that's what we want to see.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
No good on the 3.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
It's rebounded by Hayes.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
And he's good on the 3 ball.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Launches it from deep. Can't hit that one. To the wing on the left. From past the arc. And no good that time.
It wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet. You know, he's usually very reliable from out there, but tonight it's just not going down.
Pulls it up. Gutterich can't get it to go.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Lasagna's shot is off. Lasagna's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. It's stolen by Ibaka. Trying to get something going. It's rebounded by Gutterich. Ibaka's gone 2 of 6 here tonight from the field. And it's Hayes in the corner. Banked in off the glass.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
From deep, and the 3 ball is good.
Well, he's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
Greg, every year we have the Best Teammate Award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another, it matters.
And Lasagna gets it to go.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Fires the 3. It's good from long range.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
From deep three-point land, the rebound by Ibaka.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long. And just because he might not be as big as some of the other guys that are on the floor, it doesn't dissuade him from getting in there and playing fearlessly on the glass.
Here's Gutterich. Drills it from outside.
Gutterich, 3 points.
So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a support.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you exciting NBA action. I'm Brian Anderson with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill. Allie LaForce will be reporting from the sidelines. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Here's Campazzo. Pass to Garuba. This one for three. That one is off. Nails it from three. He's got 6.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Musa. There's a screen from Garuba. To the paint. And down it goes. Dumped it through off a beautiful setup.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
And there's a pick. Goes up at the elbow. And down it goes. 2 points.
Well, a nice start for them. 3 for 3 in the early going, getting into a rhythm.
The 3 is up. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
From downtown. And Musa pulls it down.
I mean, I think that was their first miss of the game. They've been just rolling. Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Tried to tip it in, couldn't get it. Here's Garuba. Here's the 3. Musa, no good. Here's De Silva. Jacks up a 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
Pass to Musa. Back to Campazzo. Here's Musa. Takes a 3. Sinks it from distance.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. 1:57 left in the opening quarter. That shot missing.
Well, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
And the 3 off target. Campazzo. Pass to Musa. And there's the screen. He gets it in there. 5 points in the game.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Gets the 3 ball to go.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
There's a screen from Garuba. Launches the 3. Musa, good.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
Here's Campazzo. Out to the wing. Deflects the pass. Clock at 6. And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Booker. The 3 is up. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And they've got the D reeling. A full 3-point attack right off the tip.
Here's Musa. Fires for 3. Sends it home from 3-point land. Got it up. No good on the buzzer beater. The scoring is fast and furious as we end the first. Up by 6. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, so far, they've got things rolling along nicely at the offensive end.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
From outside the arc, pure from 3-point range. 6 points for him.
Impressive offensive versatility for big. He can show you a variety of looks.
And they come right back with their own 3-pointers.
And just sinks it over the tall defender. That's why you have to crowd shooters on the perimeter.
Yeah, you get a little more space out there to operate, and that helps him find the room he needs.
Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. Cuts off the pass. And they're on the break. Takes the 3, and it's blocked by Ibaka. They recover it, launches it, buries it from 3.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Lets it go from deep. First shot won't go.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game. Overall, though, they've taken good care of the ball. That's their first turnover.
It's stolen away. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter. To the left side wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fades. And Azonia pulls it down. Off target with the 3. Right wing. The 3 ball. And the 3-pointer goes.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Outside Booker. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. here's Ibaka. Defense is right there. Gets the 3 ball to go. Ibaka's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. They set a pick. Out left to the wing. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
The NBA is focused on the next generation. Commissioner Adam Silver said a lot of top draft picks are incredibly skilled, but that doesn't necessarily translate to being team basketball players. There's an opportunity for us to be more active participants in developing younger players and getting kids active. B.A.?
One step ahead, Allie. Thanks.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
Here's Hazonia. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
The 3. That one's good. Makes him 3 for 7.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
Gets some space and parries the jumper. 5 points in the game. For 3. Counted from distance.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
At the line for the away team, number 13.
And he drops the first. Second free throw, no good. And he nails the third. There's 45 seconds left in the first half of this one. From downtown, bearing his second of 3 attempts.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Puts up a 3. Good. 5 for 9 shooting so far.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. He buries it from 3. Ibaka's got 6 in the quarter.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Here's the pick. Over to the wing. What if it goes? Whoa! He just got it off in time!
That was close. Now, he doesn't panic in these situations.
He released it just in the nick of time. What a shot.
And we finished off one half of play. Up by 12. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K.
It's not a huge deficit on the boards, but enough to where they're giving away possessions, and that adds up, guys.
Yeah, if they're playing a comeback.
All right, guys. Glad you could join us.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Here's Campazzo. We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Campazzo in at the 1. Here he goes, and he banks in the layup. Campazzo's got his second basket of the game. To the wing, right side. Four on the clock. It's stolen by Campazzo. We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Deck in at the small forward position. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
He hits the second from the line. They set the screen. Driving in. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. A deep three. Kept alive. Pass to Musa. Picked his pocket. Here's the break. Five on the clock. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that three almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot 3.
And you see player training methods, Grant, a lot more than just running and getting shots up.
And you know, B.A., what interests me, players not just training their bodies better than ever, but also their minds. They're working on hand-eye coordination drills and just all kinds of stuff to enhance their reflexes.
From behind the arc. And no good. And a chance to add to the lead here.
Yeah, B.A., they should really stick with what they've been doing.
They set the pick. Takes a 3. From the arc. The putback. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down.
And with that miss, they're just 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
Deck, that's good.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Deck's gone 1 for 2 from the three-point line. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Knocks down the long J. 19 points in the game.
Well, that's just excellent offense. If the defense is giving that up, you've got to take it.
Musa, no good. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer, and he'll head to the line. On Sunday, then on Tuesday.
Shooting for the away team.
And he hits the first of 3.
Taking 3 shots.
And he sinks the second.
They're really shooting better from the free throw line since halftime. That's a big plus if you're holding a late lead.
And he makes all 3.
At just about 85% from the line tonight. They've looked more and more comfortable as the game's gone on.
Campazzo. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Over to the left wing. To the wing on the left. Launches it from deep. Unable to get that one.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
This one for 3. Sinks it again. That's his 7th made field goal in 11 tries.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection.
Here's Musa. Misses the 3. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
The offensive rebound. Fires the 3. Doesn't go that time. Here's Garuba. Pass to Deck. Three-pointer. No luck on that one. Deck's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far.
Third team foul. Deck. First personal foul. Third team foul.
There's 45 seconds left in the third. 4-3. He drops it from range.
Well, hey, you give him some daylight, he can knock it down.
Here's Musa. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. 14 points for him.
Looking to find the rhythm he had in the first half. That's now his 4th three-pointer of the game.
Garuba, no good. The three is up. Drills it from deep.
Number 7.
There's 6 seconds left in the third quarter here. 1 second left. And 3/4 of play in the books. This one's all but over already. Delivering the blowout. And we're coming back in. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
Substitution on the court.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Here's Hezonja. Booker defending. The shot by Hezonja, no good.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
And they get it back. Jacks up a 3. He can't get it to go. Beyond the arc. Sinks the tray.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Puts up a deep 3. Out to the wing. 6 to shoot. Pass to Booker. They set the pick. Fires from deep. Hits the trifecta. 20 points for him.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Hezonja. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. Nails it from 3.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
And a vital mission for the NBA, mental health. Commissioner Silver has said it's the most important issue for the league.
And I applaud Adam for those comments he's made about it. I mean, the season is so difficult. It can really take a toll on your mind. So it's great the league is trying to help players out through this.
From outside, off the mark.
Sometimes it's just not your night. Fortunately, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And not going to go. He misses his first attempt of the night. They swipe it. They're running. There's the 3. Sinks it from distance.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Clock at 6. Booker surveying the floor. They get it back. He tries for 3. That one doesn't drop.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Here's Hezonja. And Booker pulls it down. Booker's got his 6th rebound on the night. The quick look, no good that time.
Just too many missed threes for him tonight. He must be sharper here down the stretch.
Wide open, but he couldn't capitalize. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Here's the 3. Doesn't go for him. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Ibaka. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
I'm not sure how he's going to explain that shot later.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
Well, that's just poor transition defense. He's too good a shooter to leave open out there.
54 seconds left in the fourth. To the left wing. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. From deep three-point range, he can't hit that time. They are blowing this one open.
Maybe the only question is how big will this lead grow?
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Ibaka with a steal. Fires from way outside. From deep three-point land. No good on the shot.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. It ends up being a fairly easy.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning into 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Here's Biberovic. His three-pointers off the mark. For the three, knocks down the three ball.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Baldwin. And the ball ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And you know, right now for the visiting team, they still go out and compete every night. Unfortunately, it's one step forward, 2 steps back. And right now, they're running out of time.
And a miss there on the triple. First quarter, just over a minute played. Marjanovic passes to Hayes. There's the pick. Shot clock at 6. With the shot. The offensive rebound. Marjanovic kicks to Baldwin. Back to Marjanovic. Second shot opportunity, and the jumper is good.
And, you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
Giffey. Good on the triple.
No defender within 5 feet of him, just inviting him to shoot the three. That's a dangerous proposition.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in.
Oh, man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
First team foul.
Here's Baldwin. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Six on the shot clock. Giffey gets it to go from beyond the arc. He has 6. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Pass to Hayes. Here's Biberovic. Over to the left wing. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Fast break. Here we go.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Here's De Silva. .152 left to play in the first quarter. Cranes the three-pointer.
3 points.
Ball stolen. The three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Baldwin. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. A three-pointer off the mark. And they're moving it up. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
At the line for your home team.
First one falls for him.
Taking 2 shots.
Good on both.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Jacks up a three. Here's the three. Drills the three-pointer. He's got 9.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the three. It's really that simple, guys.
They set the pick. Here's Gutteridge. Out to the right wing. Here's Melly. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
The three-pointer is right on target.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
And what surprises me is the defense hasn't done anything to take away that three-point shot. That has been their preferred weapon tonight.
The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, the defense hasn't been there. They are getting hammered on second chance opportunities. Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
Here's Coulson. Sinks the triple.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Pulls up on the wing. That one goes. Count it. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Gutteridge can't get it to go.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Beyond the arc. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
There's the pick. From outside the arc. Unable to get that one.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
To the right side. Here's Coulson. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Coulson's got 6 points.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life. And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Pass to Melly. 5 on the clock. Misses the three, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one. You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And it goes out of bounds following the shot.
The ball goes to the away team.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. 10 points for him.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Puts up a deep three. The long distance three is buried.
Now the D giving him a little bit of space beyond the three-point line, and that's all the room he needs.
1:51 left to play in the first half. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Birds the pass to Gutteridge. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
kept alive. This one for three. It's rebounded by Gutteridge. 1:15 left in the second quarter. Colson passes to Birch. Here's Colson. Here's Gutteridge. 6 points for him. 4 on the shot clock. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Gutteridge has got 8. Gutteridge has gone 3 for 4 here from the field. Three-pointer. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Swiped away. The three ball doesn't go that time. Here's the break. Here's Colson. Off target with his three. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
Stolen away. There's the screen. Wow!
Yeah, that's exactly how to end the half on a high note. Tacking 3 points onto this lead at the horn. The mood in each of those locker rooms will be very different.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Leading by 17. And join us right back here after the break for the...
In the spirit of recognizing greatness, I'd like to recognize Shaq as our big fella of the month.
Thank you.
And moving on now to that first half, tough sledding so far for the home team.
I'll say this.
That'll do it for our show tonight.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. He's out there with Marjanovic. And it's Biberovic in at the shooting guard position. Pass to Hayes. Here's Baldwin from downtown. The shot that time, not on target.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
And Hayes kicks to Baldwin. Wide open look. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Yeah, surprised he doesn't have more shot attempts. He's been accurate. You'd think he'd want to take control now with them behind.
Pass to De Silva. Shot clock at 5. Over Hayes. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Here's Baldwin. He's got 5. Stripped away. Fast break. Here they come. Lucic. Offline with his 3. Well, Greg, they're making a valiant effort to come all the way back. Wow.
And they need to take care of the basketball. Plenty of time. No need to force anything.
A nice shot by Baldwin.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed. Never in a hurry.
That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake.
Well, I guarantee you this is not what they talked about in the locker room. 0 for 3 and looking lost.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
Over to the wing. Here's Hayes. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's the break. Here's De Silva. Three-pointer. That one, no good. Pushing it up. Pass to Marjanovic. It's picked off. Shoots a fader. And the three ball is good. He's got 15.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Here's Baldwin. 1:56 left here in the third quarter. Trying his luck from deep. Bangs home the trifecta.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Hayes up top. Pass to Biberovic. Lets it fly. Now here's Hayes. Clock at 6. That three off the mark. 1:12 left to play here in the third. De Silva with the bucket.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Launches it. No good that time. Takes a three. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket. Here's Baldwin. 11 points in the game. Launches a three. And he's good on the three ball. Baldwin's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Well, offensively, this guy has been cooking. They're definitely not losing because of him.
There's the three. No good that time.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And that one's good. Biberovic. Biberovic has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land. Giffey, and he was able to put it up in time, but it doesn't fall. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. They're up by 10. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. We've got Baldwin. He's out there with Marjanovic. And it's Biberovic in at the 2. Nailed from three-point land.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
For 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Here's Colson. From the arc. It's good from long range.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
Lets it go with the 3. And it's Melly with the rebound. A steal. Booker left side. Knocks down the 3 ball.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Pass to Gutteridge. They set the pick. The tray. He doesn't hit that one. final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. To the wing right side. 6 to shoot. He tries for 3. And it's Melly with the rebound. Melly's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Fires top of the key. And the jumper falls for him. Melly's got his first basket. Lobbed up there for Booker. Deflects the pass. And here's the break.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Lets the 3 fly. He can't hit that time. And they've got time, Greg, to chip away at this lead.
Yeah, still lots of time, but they have to play smart if they want to erase this deficit.
Lets it go from deep. And it's Melly missing. Melly's gone 1 of 4 so far. 4th quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes strong so far. And they're pushing it up.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Gutter.
2 minutes.
No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And here's the fast break. Booker with no one around. Off target from 3-point range. One-on-one fast break. Here's Perch. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
Woo, one of his favorite moves right there, guys. Hits the 3-point bomb.
Number 13.
He's got 25.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire 4th quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
Pass to Gutterich. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. 1:03 left to play in the final quarter. The 3 ball. The shot by Colson, no good. Shoots a 3. No good on that one. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
That's great. 22. First personal foul.
I'm just not sure they have the time to pull this one off.
No doubt the clock is their biggest enemy right now. It just about take a magic trick for them to find the points they need.
Good on the triple. 11 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. From deep 3-point territory. And so the road team gets the W in this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
Hello and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports this Tuesday evening. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll be joined by Ali LaForce courtside. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Campazzo in at point guard. Garuba, no good. It's tipped. Campazzo with a steal. In transition, here they come. Here's Musa. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
The first of many tonight. Both teams have legit offensive talent.
And if everything goes to plan, this could be a very fun matchup to watch.
To the middle. It's stolen. Here we go. Here's Garuba. They get the rebound. Out left to the wing. Pass to Musa. Nails it from beyond the arc. He has 6.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. To the inside. Here's Deck. Here's Garuba. Drops in the 3.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Pass to Baldwin. Six on the shot clock. Inside. Here's Marjanovic. Here's Baberovic. Tries the spin move. Hayes, the pass to Baldwin. Shoots a fadeaway. The shot that time not on target.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Drives to the hoop.
What a critical bucket. This game could have gotten out of hand early if they allowed that run to go much longer.
Pass to Musa. Let's go with a 3. It's Hayes with the rebound. First quarter of basketball. Just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Marjanovic passes to Hayes. Here's Baldwin.
2 minutes remaining.
The 3. That one no good.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
It'll be a turnover.
1:51 left now in the first quarter. Pass to Baberovic. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Baberovic has gotten his second bucket on the night. An 8-point differential. There's the triple. Here's Musa. Here's Campazzo. No made baskets yet. Shot clock at 5. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
Shot from the wing. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Here's Musa. 11 points in the game. Three-pointer off the mark.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Pass to Marjanovic. Here's Baldwin. Hits a three-pointer.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Musa, no good. In transition. transition. Hayes for three. On target from range.
The execution has been better lately, but do they have enough energy to pull it off?
The thing they have to watch for is mental fatigue. They have to stay focused and finish the job.
That shot is good by Campazzo.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Three-pointer. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And just nails the three. Way to close the quarter.
He knew exactly how he wanted to do it, too. There was no doubt in his mind that it was...
Good scoring in this one as we conclude the first quarter. They're up by 4. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, it's simple. I mean, they started off strong, and they've been hot from beyond the arc since the get-go.
And as long as the threes are dropping, you've got to keep launching them.
Hayes is out there with Boban Marjanovic. And it's Beberovic in at the shooting guard.
He just didn't like what he saw inside, so he takes the open transition 3. But if he missed, Coach might have had some words for him.
Lets the 3 fly. Offensive rebound. Knocks it down from distance.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Marjanovic. Marjanovic got 5 rebounds tonight. To the right side. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. From deep. Beberovic can't get it to go. From deep. Sinks it. What range from downtown. He's got 6. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Puts the move on, and the layup is up and in.
It's very difficult to slow him down defensively, especially when you have communication problems.
Ibaka down low. Marjanovic on him. Hezonja sends it home from three-point land.
Now shooting the 3 ball at almost 60%. They've been blazing this second quarter.
Here's Baldwin. Spins. Over to the left wing. Here's Marjanovic. Nope, another miss. 0 for 2 to start the game. And they're on the run. Ibaka for 3. Connects from downtown. Ibaka's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
To the left side wing. Hayes, the pass to Baldwin. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
A savage reverse jam. That takes great body control.
No question. He was making a statement right there, man. Ibaka with a screen on Hayes. Down low. And the jam by Ibaka.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Beberovic can't get it to go. Beberovic has gone just 1 for 4 from deep. Stolen. Here's Baldwin. He's got 5. Over to the left wing. Pass to Beberovic. Hayes with a screen. Clock at 4. Good. Beberovic has got 9 points. trying to get something going here in the half court.
Yeah, that's where they've been struggling to execute.
Here's Ibaka. It's hauled in by Marjanovic. Marjanovic got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Hayes. And there's a pick. Lots of room. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Hayes has got his second basket of the night.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Here's Baldwin. Three-pointer. Drains the triple. Baldwin's got 5 points now in the quarter.
He's had a rough start to this game, and that's being nice. But he's gotten back on track here in the second.
Ibaka for 3. It's hauled in by Marjanovic.
Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
Here's Baberovic. Three-pointer, no good. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Leading by 4. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
And something out of left field for you guys.
Ernie, left field, this is not baseball. This is a basketball show. I hate what they're doing on defense. Giving up too many gimmies, it makes me mad just watching it.
And I've seen you on the golf course and the hardwood, Jack.
And that's a wrap on it.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Pulls up, high post. Here's Melly. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Guduric. Out left to the wing. Oh, he tries a 3. Knocks down the triple. Here's Campazzo. We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Campazzo in at the point guard position. Musa, good. 14 points for him.
3 points. That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here's Guduric. Nice move. That shot off the mark.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. Garuba. No good from outside. Right now, a close game in Atlanta. Campazzo with a steal. Pass to Musa. Gets it. He's 6 for 10 and looking confident out there.
And his ability to efficiently score, that's really helped him out in this one, putting them ahead on the scoreboard.
No good on the triple. Lets the 3 fly. Good. Now 7 for 11 on the night.
A nice start to the second half. They've made 3 out of their first 4 shots coming out of the break.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Tries the spin move. To the middle. Can they get it? Clock at 6. Here's Melly. And it's off from 3-point range.
That's how you stay connected to a shooter. Was right in his jersey.
Musa, good. 22 points for him.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
And he misses his first shot of the game.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Snatched away. Out to the right wing. From downtown, Melly with a rebound. Man, they're just getting run over right now.
And you can really see they're starting to show some frustration.
Here's the three. 1:46 left in the third. Fires in the triple.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up, oh yeah, you're done.
Here's Campazzo. Pass to Garuba from the arc. Gets the three to fall. Garuba's got 6.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Corner shot. And the basket by Birch. Here's Campazzo. Pass to Musa. Fires the three. Melly with a rebound. Now here's Birch. Here's Guterich. There's a screen by Birch. Misses the three.
And sometimes on defense, you could just get lucky.
There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Hey, yo, right here.
Pass to Melly. Unloads. A good-looking shot from the wing. Here's Campazzo. Here's Musa. Launches a three. Gets the three ball to go. And he's got 28 now.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. Leading by 14. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Here's Baberovic. It's rebounded by Ibaka. Screen by Ibaka. Knocks down the triple.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Here's Baldwin. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Hey, it takes a lot of confidence and ability to pull off that reverse.
Hey, from anyone else, it'd be shocking, but this guy, he's got it. He's that talented. Pure from three-point range.
Now, you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digit. His shot has been on point from the opening tip. He's pretty much kept them in the game.
And here's Hayes. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Oh, got a piece of it. 4-3. Hezonja gets the bucket.
And he's shooting it at an efficient clip, but he needs to keep looking to score. It's what his team relies on him to do.
Shoots it from the corner. The shot off that time. Off target from three-point range. Over to the wing. Here's Baldwin. Takes the three. And a strong finish with two hands.
Making the most of the second chance opportunity.
Hey, the hustle is real, and the hustle is rewarded. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. No coverage that time.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
Pass to Baberovic. Shot is up. Good. He hits the jumper. The visitors with the ball. Lets it go from deep. And the three-pointer goes.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Jacks up a three. And that basket makes him 6 for 11. Shooting a good percentage.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here's Hezonja to the wing on the left. 5 to shoot. The three ball. It's not going to go for him. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter. Here's the pick. Inside. Ibaka with a steal. No good on the triple. When you're casual with the ball, it can come back to bite you.
Yeah, B.A., playing loose can help you and hurt you. They really need to tighten it up.
Here's Baldwin. Here's Baberovic. Knocks down the long J. 55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Puts up a three. Missed it. 4 for 7 so far in this one. .30 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Baldwin. Three-pointer, no good. Just let the clock run out.
Hey, it's time to celebrate.
Six on the shot clock. And so the road team gets the W in this one. Boy, a nice win on the road by the